Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, guys. Okay, first questions. Can you all hear me well? And can you see the screen, please? Please type yes or no for chat so I can know. Yes. Okay. Good. Awesome. I am good. Thank you so much. I'm good. Okay. All right. So before we start, just let me ask, how are you? How's the revision going so far? You doing good? Fine. Good. I am okay. Thank you so much, Surur. Great. That's good. Hi, Be. That's the spirit. 50-50, Abdullah? Yeah, it can happen. Okay. Exhausted, Mehe? I know. It can happen. Well, I know that this period can be stressful and challenging. Yes, I know you might feel overwhelmed at a certain point, but I promise you that hard work pays off. Okay. Just think of the joy and the pride you will feel when all of this is over. Okay. Inshallah, inshallah. Okay, all right, so hold on a second. Yes, before we start, let me introduce myself. So my name is Sahar Ghorbel, and I will be your teacher for this session that is mainly dedicated to back students, okay? So we will be dealing with 3 language exercises. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at them on your own. If not, you can still participate and share your answers with me, okay? حاضر يا بهاء. Okay. All right. Yes, sure. Yes, Saber, sure. And of course, if you don't understand something, or if I am, speaking too fast or something, you can tell me. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. So let's move on to the first exercise. We have put the words in the correct tense or form. Okay. Now more than ever, more people are relocating outside the city due to the COVID-19 pandemic. There's a very interesting and controversial debate going on about whether the pandemic, so on and so forth. But let's start with the first blank. B. Let me see. Yes, you can start giving me your answers, of course, and the ones on Facebook as well. B. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing that you do understand what we need. So there's a very interesting and blank. Now this end, I really like it. I like to call it joker. Okay, why is it joker? Because normally before end and after end, we need to find similar, yes, kind of a parallel structure. Very good, Mehe. Okay, what do we mean by that? For instance, if I have something and something, normally if I have a noun before end, I need to find a noun after, okay? If it's an adjective, I'm going to find an adjective after this end, right? Now, in this case, we have a very interesting and something. So interesting is an adjective, of course. Then we have blank, and we need to describe debate using 2 adjectives, okay? We need to follow this parallel structure. Now, all we have to do is simply know the adjective from controversy, which is not with an ing. Actually, yes, there are adjectives ending in ing, but not in this case, okay? So for instance, here, the adjective from controversy is controversial, okay? This is, yes, good, Mehe, very good. And also Ines, yes. Guys, if you have any questions, please do not write them في question-réponse part. Just write them in the discussion box. Okay? Good, Ele. Right, then we have so interesting and controversial debate going on about whether the pandemic finally marks the die of cities. Now we have the article the, and what do we need after the? We seem good. Yes. Iman, very good. We need a noun, right? So the plus noun. Good job. So the noun from die is simply death. Good job. So the death of cities, said Professor Shona Braille to Global News. As soon as things start to move more and more online, and we are told stay more and more in our private spaces. What do we need here? It all depends on the verb in this case, by the way. Yeah? يحيى, yes. ألا, yes. Very good. Good, Feriel, absolutely. So as I said, in this case, it all depends on the verb. Which verb? Told. Okay, so if we take another example, we say the teacher told us to do something. Okay, so after the verb to tell, we need do plus verb. Good. So we are told to stay. To stay more and more in our private spaces. It could be hard to remember why we wanted to live in a city in the first place, she added. So far, is everything clear, please? Yes or no? No questions? Okay, perfect. Now, moving on to the second part of the exercise. Since the pandemic hit, there be reports of some New Yorkers leaving the city. Yes. Controversial means that people did not really agree on that matter. Okay, there has been a debate. Good, yeah. Shifa, yes. So we do have a keyword. Very good. Yes, exactly, Shifa. So we do have a keyword, which is since. All right. This is a keyword of the present perfect. Absolutely. Well, there's a remark. We're going to see it later on, but for now, let's stick to this. So we have since the pandemic hit. Let's say the pandemic hit in 2019, right? So since then until now. Now, the tense that links between past and present is, of course, the present perfect, right? So the question, however, here, because I see many different answers, some of you are saying have been, and others are saying has been. So which one am I going to choose? Yes, we agree it's the perfect, present perfect, but which one am I going to choose? We have there reports of some New Yorkers. Very good, Mehe. Exactly. So the thing here is that when we have there, let's put it in another sentence. Always try to simplify things by choosing other simple examples, let's say. For instance, I can say there is a pen on the table. Okay, there simply means huneka, okay? So I can say there is a pen on the table. In this case, I used is, singular, or there are pens on the table. So it all depends on what comes after in the sentence, okay? Because I cannot know, from there, I cannot know if I'm going to use singular or if I have plural or singular, okay? So in this case, I need to finish the sentence. I have reports, which is a plural noun. So with reports, I'm going to need to say have been. Okay, is it clear? If you have any questions, guys, please ask them directly. Okay, so there have been reports of some New Yorkers leaving the city. Then, according to a recent New York Times article, hundreds of thousands, about 5% of residents, chief from the wealthiest neighborhoods. Yes. Which one, Yakeri? We chose to put have been wisal because, first of all, I said that from there, the word there, that is, I cannot know if I need to put has or have. Okay, I don't know if the thing I'm talking about is singular or plural. I need to finish the sentence, right? So if I finish the sentence, I find reports, it's a plural noun, so it's have been, okay? Good. Now, moving on to the second sentence, second blank, I said chief from the wealthiest neighborhoods. Now, the meaning of the sentence is that these residents are mainly, please focus, they are mainly from the wealthiest neighborhoods. Good, Feriel. Yes. Okay, mainly or essentially from the wealthiest neighborhoods, أساساً from the wealthiest or the richest neighborhoods. So what do we need in this case to express this أساساً? I'm going to need, very good, Mehe, a good job. I'm going to need an adverb, okay? And how do we form an adverb? Simply, we write the adjective chief and then we add ly. Very good. So chiefly from the wealthiest neighborhoods. Then leave the city for surrounding counties in 2020. Mu'in, yes. Mu'in, we said mainly or essentially. That's the meaning, okay? Good. Now we are still talking about these residents. We're still talking about these people. And we want to say that they fled, let's say, the city. They went out of the city. So I need a verb. Very good, Mehe. Exactly. This is a very simple one. I have in 2020. I just need to put the verb in the correct tense. Okay. So the past of leave is simply, simple past. So simply left. Okay. It's not lived because it's an irregular verb. Okay. So left. Very good. Now it's a confirmation that Wealth by Choice said Braille. Up to now, yes, yeah, Isra. Up to now, are there any questions? Firas, we said mainly. Chiefly means mainly. Okay. All right, no questions. We move on to the second one. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so moving on, that was it for the put the verbs or the words in the correct tense or form exercise. Now circle the correct option. Okay. No doubt, online education has certain features that perhaps a traditional classroom setup does not. Now, in this paragraph, we are basically going to talk about the advantages, let's say, of online education. Okay? Yeah, for instance, mehe, exactly. Okay, so teachers endangered, enhanced, or hampered the experience for students by making full use of the digital medium. All right, before we start, so all of these, endangered, enhanced, and hampered, are all verbs in the past, right? However, a very important thing about this exercise is that we need to understand the meanings of the words between parentheses, right? Yes, so okay, we start with the first one. Endangered is, yes, we're going to explain them. So endangered is simply to put in danger, put something or someone. Okay, let me just write someone or something in danger. All right. Then enhanced is, okay, Firas. Yes, I'm trying to throw a few words, Firas, okay? Yes, I will. Don't worry. Good. So enhanced means, yes, good. Ahmed, boost or improve. Okay. Well, let's write it in the past. So improved, يحسن. Then hampered. Yes, exactly, Safwan. Good job. And then we have hampered, which means basically restrained. Okay. Restrained or, yes, block, disrupt. Yes, something like that. Okay. Good. Now, since we are talking about positive things about online education, so teachers did what to the experience for students? Very good. Number 2, which is enhanced. Okay, so enhance the experience for students, so on and so forth. Recently, assessments have become more frequent. What, whom, or which means instructors can track each student's progress and intervene as needed. Yes, very good. The majority of answers are correct. Also, Mu'taz, very good. B. Okay, good thinking, Mu'in. Yes. B. Let's agree on something. Yes, I'm going to explain whom شو معناتها. So if we talk about whom, it is used to talk about a person. So first of all, it has to be a person, a human being. And then this person has to be the object of a sentence. What do we mean by the object of the sentence? For instance, if I say, that is the person, okay, then whom I told you about. Okay, that is, it's different, ya Abdullah. In that case, we would say whose pen is that? Okay, and not whom pen. So in the sentence, please focus on this example. So that is the person whom I told you about. My focus here is on the verb told. Okay, Told is the verb. Now, who is doing this verb? It's the I, right? So I is the subject. The question is, I told you about whom? About the person. So it's the object in this case, مفعول به. Okay, because I'm doing the action and not the person. That's whom. Then what? What is used simply to ask questions, of course, either indirectly or directly. So, but in this case, we need to further add more information. This is why we're going to use good. Fatma and also Farouk, we're going to use which. Okay, because we are trying to add information as we said. Who, yeah, ele refers to a person again, but a person who is the subject in the sentence. Okay, that's the difference between who and whom. All right, moving on. So the online mode of instruction also allows each student to work in his or her own pace. This is a very easy one, very simple. It's a ready expression. Yes, very good. So we say, in English, we say, for instance, I like online learning because it allows me to work at my own pace. Okay, good, Farouk. So at is the correct answer. Right. Now, second part, greatly, greater, or greatest, and increased access to instructors and classmates via online chat can contribute to so on and so forth. But let's stop at access, first of all. So we discussed this earlier. Yes. What do we need, first of all? This is the question. Try to focus on what we need before answering. Adjective, yes. Adjective, ya Ashraf. Why is that? Also good, Firas. Yeah. So as I told you, we have the end, right? Joker. And we said that before end and after end, we need to find similar things, right? Whether in nature, like nouns, adjectives, adverbs, so on and so forth, or similar in tense. For instance, if you find end, if you find the simple past before end, you need to keep the same tense after it, right? Good. Now, in this case, we have increased, okay? Increased is a past participle, yes, but we're going to consider it as an adjective. Al-Khatar past participles and adjectives, sometimes they have the same function, which is to modify a noun, useful noun, okay? So this is the first remark, right? This is the first remark. Based on this, we can eliminate one word. We can eliminate one word, which is the, very good, Ihab, which is the adverb. So no adverb, no needed, not needed. Okay, good. Then we are left with greater or greatest. Okay, now in this sentence, the meaning we are trying to express is that the access to instructors has improved. Okay, so let's say in the past, we didn't basically have enough access and now it's better, okay? So what are we trying to do? We are trying to compare between a past situation and a present one, right? Very good, Mehe. So we go with, Faris also good, with greater, okay? Comparative. If we have comparison between one versus one, then it's the comparative, of course. Huh? Yes, it is, ya Mu'taz. It's a superlative adjective. Okay, good. So where did we stop? Yes, so greater and increased access to instructors and classmates via online chat can contribute to improve, or improvement the educational experience by making the sessions quite interactive. Which one are we going to choose? Do plus bare infinitive. Interesting. And logical, yes. Okay. فما الخير والبركة في الانسرز. لاباس. Okay, so I understand your thinking. So you thought of two, and that after two, we're going to need a bare infinitive, right? However, this isn't always the case, unfortunately. Yes, and I can give you a very famous example of, for instance, when you say, I'm looking forward to, what comes after to is not a verb infinitive. No, we say, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Surprisingly good, Ede, right? So it basically depends on the verb that comes before to itself, right? So the focus here is on contribute to. Okay. After contribute to, it's either we're going to need a noun, okay, or a gerund that functions as a noun. So either a noun or a gerund that functions as a noun. So which one are we going to choose? Bon, let's eliminate improve first of all, because we agreed that we cannot have a verb infinitive after contribute to. Good. If we choose improvement, we would need contribute to the improvement of the educational experience. Good, yeah, Iman, very good. Okay, but we do not have the, we don't have contribute to the, and we don't have of after the parentheses. That's why we can't also choose improvement. So we simply go for improving, which is a gerund, as we said, that functions as a noun. Okay, contribute is يساهم مها. Okay. Yes, good. Ahmed, good. Imtinan, I can see all your answers. Okay. Good job, guys. Then we stopped. Yes, since the lockdown, online classes have imposed or are imposed a discipline structure on the learners' daily lives. Yes, and why is that? The answers are correct, but why is that? Yes, very good, yeah, Ele. Present perfect, absolutely, because we have a keyword. Very good hint. So we have a keyword, which is since the lockdown. Again, we saw this. Good, Fariel. This is a keyword of the present perfect. Again, we have lockdown. This happened in the past, 2019, 2020, something like this. And then until now, let's say. Okay, so the tense that links between past and present in this way is the present perfect. Let me write it down. Okay, present perfect. And of course, since is a keyword of the present perfect, ya Karim. Yes, I'm trying to explain. Okay, now we have an action that started since the lockdown, since the past, and continues up to now, right? So this is why we are going to choose have imposed. Okay, so have imposed a disciplined structure on the learners' daily lives. Classes start at 8 a.m. and end at 1 p.m. Each period lasts about 45 minutes, and they get a 15-minute break before the next one on the timetable. Since online classes commenced a little over 2 months ago, students will not be, or have not required to wear uniforms, which made them quite happy. If you are going to answer, please give your reasons. Since. Okay. متأكدين. Okay. Have not because we have since. Okay, logical. Okay. لحظات. Okay. Yes. I did say that since is a keyword. Absolutely. Yes, since is a keyword of the present perfect. But when? وقتش. When is since considered as a keyword of the perfect? Notice that, well, you should bear in mind that there are two different meanings of since, okay? One of them is منذ. So please be careful. One of them is منذ. What do we mean by that? So since the lockdown is منذ lockdown. Okay, yes, بيش لقد وقعنا في الفخ. Exactly. Good. So the first meaning is since the lockdown, since 2013, since 2019, since I was a kid. So we have since plus a specific time in the past. Okay, that's present perfect. Yes. However, in this case, we have, since online classes commenced a little over 2 months ago, the meaning here is بما أن, and it's not منذ. Okay, right? So be careful, please. You need to find time after since in order for it to be considered a keyword for the present perfect. All right, I hope that is clear. Nice. So we cross out have not. And another reason is that we need the passive voice. Okay? Exactly, Ahmed. So pay attention. Another thing is that we need a passive voice because we are talking about students who were obliged or required, but I'm just outside of the sentence. Huh? And I'm just giving you another example. So it's not students who are doing the action. No, they were receiving the action. Okay? Good. And the verbs that we have in the sentence are commenced, then made. So we cannot be jumping from past to present, to future in this case, and then back to past again. Okay, so we simply keep the simple past, absolutely. And then we go for were not. Students were not obliged or required to wear uniforms for online sessions. Okay, I can, ya Ayub. I can. Exactly, ya Rahma. Absolutely. Yes, امتنان. Absolutely. Okay. دي زايدة معك قلق. Good job. So is everything clear so far, guys? Yes or no? Okay. Where is simply the past form of the verb to be? وصالة. Nice. So moving on to our last exercise. Okay, fill in the blanks with 6 words from the box. In the box, we have grades, issue, began, positive, from, evidence, applied, and with. Okay? Yes, ya Fatma. Yes, I will upload it for you, inshallah. So first of all, what's important in this exercise is that we need to try to explain the words that we have in the box before we start anything. Good, Ihab, exactly. Deja, you read my mind. And then try to understand what the paragraph itself is about. Okay? Good. Exactly. So let's explain the words in the box first. So we have grades. Yeah, their meaning and their nature, let's say. Yeah. Okay. So grades, as you said, Abdullah, it's a noun, plural noun, and they mean marks. Okay, لنوت. Then issue is a noun. Okay, and it means, yes, exactly, Mehe. It means Abdurrahman. Okay, I read your last name. Okay. Good. So issue means problem. Yes. Then began. Difficult is an adjective, Ashraf. Okay, so let's stay away from using adjectives to replace nouns. Okay. Good. So began is a verb in the simple past. Of course, started. Yes. Positive is an adjective. Something good. From is a preposition. Okay. Then evidence. Good, Fatma. Then evidence. Yes, noun, and it means very good. Abdurrahman, it means proof. Okay. Nice. Then applied. Bon, it can either be a verb in the past or a past participle. We cannot know for sure, okay, until we put it in a sentence. So let's say verb or past participle. Okay. Then with is a preposition again. Okay. Good job. Let's start, eh? So students who stay up late at night perform worse on tests than those who sleep early, a study suggests. Okay. So this is basically about the importance of sleeping. I'm a fan. Well, normally, yes. Based on a personal experience, yes. Okay, so researchers blank the Massachusetts Institute of Technology say researchers, yes, say the findings at so on and so forth. Let's just stop at technology, yes. And focus on the first blank. Okay. So my question is, these researchers, where do they work? Where do they come from? Which institute? Very good. Exactly. So from the so on and so forth. Researchers from the Institute of Technology say the findings add further what to why the lack of sleep is harmful. Now, while I was reading, I asked the question, add further what? So as an answer to the question what, I'm going to need, yes, good job, a noun. Okay, very good. Now, we have reasons why the lack of sleep is harmful. Okay, reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. And then this, the findings, they add what? Good, Abdurrahman. Exactly. Good. Hind, Rabib, absolutely. So they add further evidence. Okay, they add further reasons, they add further proof for why or to why the lack of sleep is harmful. Then the study found that students who got at least 7 hours of sleep got much better what than those who got 1 hour less. Well, let me cross out the words that we used first. So evidence, then from, yeah. Okay. The question, got much better what than those who got 1 hour less? Hind, good. Mu'taz, yes. Very good. So they got better grades, better marks. Okay. Meaning if you get 7 hours of sleep, you get better marks than others who get 1 hour less, for instance. Okay. Nice. So we chose from evidence and grades. Then, originally, the study published in the journal Science of Learning, blank, as research on whether or not there was a correlation or a relationship between physical exercise and academic achievement. Now, what do we need here? Good, we saw it. Very good. Yes. Further is like more, simply. Further, أكثر. Okay? Very good, Firiat. So here we are talking about the study published in the journal, so on and so forth. This is the subject, and I'm going to need a verb, okay? So the meaning here is that it started as research on so on and so forth. Another word for started is simply began, okay? Began as research on whether or not there was a correlation between physical exercise and academic achievement. What we found at the end was zero correlation, physical fitness. Correlation is relationship. So we simply, yes, very good. We simply need a preposition, right? Which is absolutely with physical fitness. Okay. Says Dr. Jeffrey Grossman, I must admit that was disappointing since I believed and I still believe just a very quick detail. This is the since I told you about. Okay, we have since منذ and since بما أن. Since I believed, this isn't an indicator of the present perfect again. Okay, so since I believed and I still believe, there are effects of exercise on cognitive performance. So after the blank, we have the word effects, which is a noun. And of course, if I have a noun and I am given a blank before it, that's to describe it, right? To modify that noun. So what do we use to modify a noun? Absolutely, very good. We need an adjective. So the question is that these effects, are they good? Are they bad? Are they positive? Absolutely. Okay. So there are positive effects of exercise on cognitive performance. He added, yet the correlation between schoolwork and hours of sleep was clear. B, is everything clear? Yes or no? Okay. Very good. Applied is like, to apply something is like يطبق something. Okay, I don't know who asked, but I saw this question earlier. Okay. You are most welcome. Okay, so we have come to the end of our session. That was it. I hope everything was clear. Once again, I wish you the best of luck in your exams. Thank you very, very much for your participation. And yes, take care of yourselves and have a nice day. Bye-bye.